Let's start. Obviously, we had the Black Friday game, today.
You should just call it Friday then.
Yeah, just the Friday.
Every day. Thank you, Alex. You're right on time.
Yes. But the Bears get it done. 24-15 in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
Almost 300 yards on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
What were your takeaways from? That was a huge win for the Bears.
Demoralizing. When you can run on a team for 300 yards, have two separate backs go over 100 yards, that means you've imposed your will on this team. And so you talk about Ben Johnson, the Ben Johnson hire going to Chicago, and you talk about guys coming in changing the culture, right? He said we're going to be a physical team. A lot of coaches say that. We're going to be physical, we're going to run the ball, and we're going to, that's going to be our identity. Early on in the year, they started out 0-2. That wasn't who they were yet.
And they got blown out in that second game by the Lions.
Yes.
You remember. Think about where they've come from.
Exactly. Those first two games, people were ready to write them off and say, like, this is another guy that came in and was talking the big talk. Now, what are they saying? This team has reeled off 9 of the last 10 games. They've come back in a few games where, they shouldn't have won, but they were able to get it done.
That's what good teams do.
Shows resiliency, shows that they're on their way.
Up.
Nope, to being a good team. And then you come into on a Black Friday, on a holiday game, at home, defending champs, and you win the way they did today. Big-time win for the Bears. That's my takeaway. It's a big-time win.
No doubt. And you know me, I was out front on this whole Chicago Bears thing, especially when it comes to Caleb Williams. And then I saw his toss.
Oh, no.
I'm a believer and not a trace of doubt in my mind. I'm in love with Caleb. I'm a believer. I couldn't leave him if I tried. Dum, 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 dum. That's you right there. And you know what? People say, oh, Caleb didn't have a big game. I beg to differ. And you know what? They were running the ball. It was effective. You don't need to force it.
Mm-hmm.
That was working.
Yeah.
But when they needed the big touchdown, Kerry, you saw it.
I did.
That was up to Komet. That was a big time throw,
big time
catch, touchdown, sealed the game on the road. Don't tell me about he only had 150 yards. No, I don't want to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
And where are you? Where are all the doubters? I dare you to call up here on Black Friday and tell me you still don't buy the Bears. Because that's all you told me. Look at this schedule. They got so many cupcakes, I got a toothache. They don't want to buy into the Bears, right? They just kept winning and winning and winning. Oh, Caleb, you know how many throws he didn't, the plays he didn't make on the field? This is after they won games. They would go back and say, oh, that was open. That was,
of course.
After they won games. Where are you? Where are the Caleb people? Oh, Caleb's going to be benched by midseason. Ben Johnson can't stand him. He doesn't see the field. What? In the NFC North, guess who's leading the division? They didn't trade for Micah Parsons.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
They didn't do any of that. They got a brand new coach who's just instilling his will on this team. And you were waiting for your one. Where's their big win against a good team? I guarantee you're licking your wounds because you bet against them. There's no way Philadelphia is going to lose at home after they blew a 21-0 lead to the Cowboys. No way. Oh, yeah, this whole Caleb thing will go away, and you'll see how bad he is, and you'll see that the Bears are fraudulent and phony and a $3 bill. That's what you were saying. And now you got your tail tucked between your legs. I told you. I told you 3 things when the football season started.
What were the 3, Rob?
The Chiefs won't make the playoffs.
Check.
The Lions won't make the playoffs.
Ooh, that's still up for debate.
Okay.
Yep.
And that I'm a believer in Caleb Williams. That's what I told you. And I'm showing my ass on a Funky Flashback Friday. I don't care what you say. That's right. Call in.
Oh, you want the smoke today, huh, Rob?
I want the smoke. Just like you smoked that turkey yesterday, I want all the smoke. Because there are all these people out there, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. But, Kerry, you watched the game.
Yeah.
And I said, that throw, wasn't that a big throw?
Oh, no, that throw was big time. It was 17-9 at that time.
The game is still in the flux.
Yeah, the Eagles are starting to pick up momentum. They score. They get back in the game a little bit. He get them down on the field, and that throw to Komet was a dime. It's a big-time throw. It's one of those throws that you will have to make in the playoffs.
Yes.
And he just showed that he can make it.
We talk about it all the time. There's certain throws that have to be made.
Yes.
Completions that have to be made. We saw in that Lions game on 4th down. Jordan Love did it too.
Yes.
That sealed the game.
Yes.
You got to make that's
a dime.
That's a gutsy call right there. You don't. The Lions have the ball at midfield, have a chance to march down and maybe tie the game.
Right.
And with that wacky coach Dan Gamble,
oh man,
he might have gone for 2.
Listen. Oh, we'll talk about him later.
Later.
But I agree with you on that. He's doing too much.
I don't know what else the Bears have to do. That win was so huge. It looks like they could win the division.
And the thing
they could win the division. Who would have thought that they would win the NFC North?
Yeah, I wouldn't have said that. But the thing about winning, Rob, just like losing, it's contagious, right? You start doing the winning things. You start doing the right things on a consistent basis, and you start to get momentum. And then once you start to get momentum, you get to see the success on tape, on game day. And after that happens, the avalanche of belief begins. And I think that's the biggest word that I got from this game, the takeaway. It's belief. You can see the players after the game, obviously excited to get the win, but looking at each other like they believe they're going to win this game anyway. And you have to have that to go into Philadelphia to win the game.
See, I agree. Kelvin and I, we argue all the time when they talk about changing the culture. I said, I always hear that. You know when you change the culture? When you start to win and people start believing in what. Am I right, Kerry? They try to tell me, oh, yeah, you got Dan Campbell went there with a different coach. No. When they started to win, then players buy in. Now I'm listening to this guy. I see the results. Yeah. It ain't no automatic coming. Oh, we're going to be smash mouth and we're going to do this. And we're not. Aaron Glenn went in there, right? He cutting people and all that. Yeah. That dude, that you know it's Kerry.
Yes, I do.
It ain't going to work.
No.
You got to get some wins.
You got to see the results.
When you get results, now you're changing the culture. And I don't know what you're watching, but if you're not watching the Bears and looking at this is year 1 of Ben Johnson. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Double wow. And today's win, if you weren't a believer, you better be a believer now. Because that is big time. A big time win on the road where people are questioning, oh, well, look at that schedule. Oh, Caleb did this and that and all that stuff. It ain't true.